Welcome along to the very first Me and My Dad podcast. On this episode, we're going to be talking about jobs, missing shites, literally, speaking saints, believe it or not, smoking fish food, and Darby O'Gill's great-granddaughter. This is Me and My Dad doing podcasts. Thank you. Thank you very much. Thank you, beautiful live studio audience. No expense spared for the first podcast. And yourself, love. And yourself. Sign up for you after. All right, settle down. Settle ahead. Yes, it's a very exciting time. Welcome to the very first Me and My Dad podcast. Hi, I'm Declan Wilson.
And I'm my dad.
You probably know me from, broadcasting across Northern Ireland for the last few years. And you probably know him from where?
Heard about Northern Ireland over the past 50 years.
So let's start with ages. I am the tender age of 31. Mick?
And I'm double that.
You're what?
And odd too.
There you go. So this is basically it. Stories from him. Stories from me. Contribution from you, by the way. We've got loads of voice notes. In fact, I sent you out to collate some voice notes from our legions of fans. When I say our legions of fans, your legions of fans.
You did. You sent me on a mission.
One person got back to me. How many got back to you?
Oh, but the one person that got back to you was Kieran Bartlett. You know,
Well,
I don't have those connections.
Friends in high places. So usually podcasts are sponsored things. You can sponsor us down the line if you want to give us some money and stuff like that. You can do that. That would be well appreciated because this mortgage is quite expensive for this.
It is indeed.
HQ studio and the studio audience, to get them in, quite expensive stuff.
Yeah.
So you could sponsor the podcast down the line. However, first one, obviously we're unsponsored because it's brand new, it's fresh, it's new to people's ears.
It is indeed. As it's new to me too.
I know.
I don't even know what I'm doing
He's
here.
shitting himself. He is absolutely shitting himself.
I'll be all right once I get going.
I called your house this morning and you were in the bog.
No, but I'm in the company of a broadcasting genius.
Fuck, thanks.
And that's not fucking you. It's a man sitting the other side of the camera here.
Cheeky bastard. All right, audience. Yeah. All right, relax.
I'm in the company of Belfast's Barry White.
Shall we tell the people who the producer is, or shall we keep it a secret and sort of have him as a sexy back, voice?
Sexy back?
A sexy back.
What do you mean second? Have you seen his back? He has the sexiest voice in Northern Ireland.
He very much does.
And that's coming from my wife. That's not by me, by the way. It's coming from my wife. The man is an enigma.
His head's getting bigger there.
You don't even know what that is, do you?
Look at his wee face. He's beaming. He's absolutely beaming. Yeah. We'll bring our producer on a wee while down the podcast. However, I want to do something. I want to start with something called the fake sponsor.
The fake sponsor?
The fake sponsor.
Right, okay. So,
this is basically selling our podcast to people. So if someone wants to sponsor us, we have to give them a reason to sponsor us. So let's start with a fake product. Say it's, I don't know, razors. Razors. To shave things.
Like Venus razors? Or is that an actual product?
Venus. If you want to shave your Venus, that's totally fine.
No. Venus. That's the product name.
Right, okay. So razors.
I forgot you were dyslexic.
Have we got some commercial music there, producer extraordinaire who shall not be named yet? We do? Okay. Mick, the product is Venus razors. Sell it in 3, 2, 1, go.
Do you have a problem with ingrowing hair? Do you need that private part trimmed? Are you aware?
Why have you went straight for the private parts? Like, why not just your face? Like, have you got a beard? You don't want a
Hold on a minute.
Why'd you go straight for the minge?
Just because it's red. I didn't go. I said private part. I said
do you have a private part? Where's private parts?
That shows you where your brain
Where's
is.
your private parts?
That's male and female. You went straight for the female end of it there.
Yeah, but you could shave your bag.
Oh, come on.
You brought it up. You brought it to that level.
I'm saying, do you need something to shave your private part? Because the man products are as important as female products now.
Speaking from experience?
No, going by you. No, I am.
What do you mean going by me?
Oh, for God's sake. The money you spend on man products is ridiculous. No, it is.
I'm speechless. Absolutely speechless.
Well.
Right. Shall I do a better one than that? because that was pretty.
I thought I was giving it a wee bit of depth.
Here's 6 years of broadcasting experience. Now you ready for this?
Okay, go on ahead.
Hit the music. Are you a hairy man? Or are you a hairy woman? Whatever, it doesn't matter. Why don't you invest in your shavy little friend to take away those hairs that you just don't want?
Get yours. What's this? Get yours.
Brilliant.
Get yourself
The chipmunks.
No, it's not a chipmunk. Get yourself a Razer Venus for your penis.
What?
Thank you. Studio loved it. Look at the audience. They're on their feet. Stand up, giving it Becky's.
Well, like I could have said Venus for your anus, but I sort of stayed clear of that. You know what I mean? I'm trying to keep this a wee bit respectful, but I forgot in podcasts anything goes.
Who says anus?
Anus?
Who actually goes?
Well, you see, I lived in a world very different from the world we live in now.
Right, well, let's talk about that. Let's talk about previous jobs that you've worked in. You know me from broadcasting land and different. This is totally new to me, by the way, being able to freely say things
That's new to me, too.
and put an E on things. You know, explicit talk and all that nonsense and all that bad down with that sort of thing, behaviour.
Okay.
But you worked, where was your first sort of job where you acted like you, to say?
My first job was in the building site.
I didn't even know
So
that.
I came straight from school to become a plumbing and heating engineer, and I was put in the building site with guys who were ruthless, and I mean ruthless.
In what way?
You were there with guys, like, I mean, the toilet on the building site was a hole in the ground, and you just 4 bits of wood around you. And I remember one morning actually getting in for a number 2. I can say that, can't I? You'd probably say shite, but I'm saying number 2.
I was going to say,
right?
I went for a shite. Probably be a wee.
Okay. I went for a number 2.
I went for a number 2.
Right, okay, I went for shite.
Just for the school run ones listening to the podcast,
exactly.
like,
Well,
as if we
hold on a
haven't
minute.
crossed the line already, but go ahead.
Right.
So you went for a shite.
Oh, right, went in for shite. And I didn't know. There's a hole in the ground, right? So now you got to picture this. I went in, done what I had to do, but not knowing that the plasterer had a Longtail Shovel. For those that don't know, a Longtail Shovel is basically
Where's this go?
long shovel.
With a tail?
Like, you know what they use for pizzas now?
Yes, pizza oven, pizza.
The big thing.
Yes,
scoop
yes,
them.
yes, yes.
Well, your man, and I didn't know that I'd shit in that, and your man pulled it away. You know when you have shit, you look to see what you've done. Well, you do. You know, you clean yourself, and you look, and there's nothing there. When there's nothing there,
When you
after you've
clean-
done something,
when you
it's
clean-
a bit unearthing. You go, what the frick? Something come out of me, where'd it go? You know what I mean? That was my first job, working on a building site with practical jokers that set me up for the rest of my life. Because when I moved to other jobs, I carried that with me and I just started to play practical
Something
jokes.
come out of me, where'd it go?
Well, that's what happened. I went to the toilet, but there was nothing there.
So
and you get worried then.
So literally a shovel of shit was taken away,
It was taken away.
right?
And when you turn around, you go, what the fuck?
Where's my shit?
Where'd that go? Where'd that go? Because it's only a hole in the ground.
Who took my shit?
Yeah.
So what'd you do?
That's actually very good.
So
you know, yeah.
so you think I'd done this before?
Somebody took my shit.
So what happened? You come out of the hole in the ground thing, and then where did the shit go?
I got a bit worried because that sort of went, where'd it go? Did I just do nothing? But I knew something come out. Had it dissolved? Am I ill? Do I need to go to the hospital? There was nothing there. Complete worry. There was. And when I come out, you called the guy Neville, by the way. Neville the plaster. God rest him. He's dead now. But when he probably... You're laughing at... He probably...
It's not funny.
Fumes. He died of fumes. Fume ventilation. When I come out,
Neville the shit stroker on the gravestone.
here lies Neville. Along
Neville
with Mickey Ship.
experienced shite stroker.
He did. He stroked the shite.
He's buried with a bucket and
swear to
spade.
God.
The same shovel.
Oh, God help Neville.
Oh, God
now.
rest you, Neville.
He
Sorry.
was standing laughing.
Can I go to hell?
And it was only then I sort of went, oh, you bastard. He caught me out. Like,
Okay.
of course, the whole building site knew about it
What did
after
he
about
do-
10 minutes.
What did Neville? Where was Neville? Why? I mean, did Neville take the shit? What was his? You know.
It was a joke.
Yeah, but what did he do with it after? Like, did he throw it at you, or like, was it just?
No, it was starting on the shovel.
So Neville's big punchline was,
I've got your shit.
Mickey squeezed in there for half an hour and he's done nothing.
Yeah. Well, the punchline was, it was to worry me. It was to worry me. And see this guy Neville, he would have been the practical joke. I'll tell you another story about Neville very quickly, right? We worked in a place called Our Lady's Hospice, which was for old people, right? And
Christ, I want to know where this is going.
well, no, it's actually still standing. I think it's behind College of
I
First.
don't mean that. I mean where Neville's going with old people and shite shovels.
No, Neville's not standing. Neville's dead, I told you.
Well, I know Neville's dead. For fuck's go. Just continue.
Right. So, Our Lady's Hospice, right? So, every morning at 10 o'clock, these wee women would totter down with their wee, the wee wheelers things, the ones that I'll be getting soon, right? Right? What do they call them?
I'm sorry, do you mean a stroller?
Not strollers, that's for children. What do they call them? The wee... I forget the name of them, right? But it'll come back to me. But they would have went past and it was run by nuns.
Rollator.
That'll do. That's the job. They would have went past as she used to be called then, a Mother Superior, right? Now, give it this is when I tell you what the number one was, I relate around the music. The number one was 3 times a lady with the Commodores. So that would have been about
Was there a number 2? But that's the question.
No, Neville had the number 2. That's the number 1, right? So the Commodores 3 times a lady, because I remember we had our wee radio with us, always music mad me. But I'm in the office because the Mother Superior had said to me, her safe was stuck. She couldn't get the safe open.
Right.
So then the equivalent of WD-40, which
40.
was called...
WD-40.
40. Which was called 3-in-1. It was an oil, you just squirted it in. It was 3-in-1.
Is that like when Sif used to be Jif? It was like WD-40 used to be WD-30
30.
back in the day, yep.
30.
Okay.
Right.
So she opens her safe. No, you got it open with a lube.
Got it open.
Yep.
And of course, Neville comes into the office, but these wee women are going down on their rollators, as you call them, and at mass, and there was a big statue of St. Anthony.
Do you know what I'm waiting to hear, by the way? And lo and behold, I opened the safe and there was my shite that Neville stole from the shovel.
That would have been a cracker.
And the sister fucking collapsed. What happened?
Well, here, there was a collapse. There is a collapse coming. There is, because Neville came in and he says, "Hey, did you get that open?" And we just got it open. Now, I didn't know that a fella called John Bloomer, who's also dead, God rest you, John. Right?
Is anyone alive?
It's like all the weddings I done, they're all separated now. Right? So, John was sitting on the stairs. Neville was at the door and he nodded to John. I didn't know this was going on. Safe open. The wee women were going past and roll later, but they would have stopped. Big statue of St. Anthony outside the Mother Superior, head nun office. And they would have put their wee 10p's and 5p's into the feet of St. Anthony, right?
Okay.
Okay. Now, this is what shocked me. That came down a plastic tube and into the safe. The money dropped into the safe in the Mother Superior's office.
There you go.
Aye, unbelievable. Like, you think you're giving your money to St. Anthony. It's actually going to the Mother Superior, right? Okay, right?
She's stroking the money.
Oh, well, I mean, it was going into her safe.
Jesus.
Right? Because we only realised this when the wee money went ka-ting in the thing. But the greatest move I ever seen in my life was Neville. He stuck his head in the safe and he went, "Thank you very much." Right? Right? And the woman in the rollator collapsed in the hall. Because she thought St. Anthony had spoke to her. She did. He went, "Thank you very much." And she went, "Oh, boom." Down in the hall. Collapsed. John Bloomer, who was sitting on the stairs, run.
Is she dead?
She'll be about dead now.
Rest in peace, killed by Neville.
She was about 90 then. But John Bloomer run. And the Mother Superior run out of the office and went, "Why did you do that?" Shouting back into Neville. And Neville went, "Oh, it was him," pointing to me. I got to blame that because he was a tradesman. I was a wee apprentice. You had to take the blame for everything.
So, moving forward from the building site career, which sounded like
funny.
What it was.
Funny.
What it was. You then worked in a school. The school that I actually went to, by the way.
I did indeed. I worked. Can I name the school?
You can say LaSalle, yep.
LaSalle School in
Other schools available.
West Belfast.
Oh, I
yes.
don't need to say it. It's a podcast.
I actually worked in American Monitor and then went to LaSalle School.
Right. And that's where you really found your inner Neville. That's when you started not robbing shits from teachers. That's when you started your career as being an absolute, as we like to say in Northern Ireland, spoofer.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, when you go into education, you get a lot of serious people.
Yes.
Right? But the lifeblood of education are the children. And they love to have a laugh. Like, I mean, you were at the school, kids call teachers names, like we'd cut the corners and side valve. And
Can I just say, by the way, there was some of the greatest ever nicknames in my school for teachers. Do you know there was a teacher that came in every day, and I mean, she only ever wore a purple dress. No, yeah, a purple dress or a green dress.
I know.
And the kids called her the fucking grape. There's a big fucking grape.
I know.
There she is. There purple. It's a purple grape today, miss. Aye, yeah, fuck.
Aye. And there was another teacher, and you know who I'm talking about. God rest him, he's dead too. It's terrible. This is like a fluid.
We're going to be sponsored by
Obituary.
Haley, fucking Haley Brothers at this rate.
Yeah, but God rest him.
All right, okay.
A great guy.
Do you need a sponsorship?
Great guy, but his head leaned to the left. And
Like, yeah.
Just
yeah.
leaned to the left. It was
Right.
just a wee affliction that he had. But the kids called him 10 past 2. And I remember, oh God, there was just here's 10 past 2 coming. And as an adult, you go, oh flip, and you have to not laugh, but the whole inside of you is laughing so loudly.
I never forget, there was a teacher also who sounded like Kermit the Frog. Like, he came in and he was like, okay, boys, settle down. Like that there. Like, he literally sounded like Kermit the Frog.
Who was that?
And then it was, I can't say, because I think he's still there. And, sorry. And then when he left the room, all the kids went, yay! You know, like that. Or else when he came in, someone went, smell fucking pork. As in he'd been in Piggy. Like, you know, sir, your fingers smell like pork.
Oh God, come on, come on. In the name of God.
That's how ruthless it was, But anyway, let's get back to you working in the school. Was I still swimming at that stage? Was I even born?
You weren't around.
So I was.
What? What?
I was.
Come on.
Come on.
What are you pointing at?
That was 93. But I was
You
still.
weren't around.
I was
You weren't
swimming,
around.
right? Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I wasn't.
You weren't even swimming.
Well, I wasn't.
You weren't even a thought.
So let's get to that stage of your career. You start working in the school. What did you do in the school?
Very little.
Do you know what? There was a club. There was a club invented in this school.
Yes.
What did you call yourselves?
It was the Jammy Dodger Club.
Jammy Dodger Club.
It was indeed.
The Jammy Dodger Club.
And I have to say, one of the funniest establishments I've ever worked in, been part of, and lived in, because we lived in it at times. Fantastic people. Razor sharp wit. But my goodness, you had to be quick on your feet when you worked in the Jammy Dodger. When you took part in the
We're
Jammy
part
Dodger
of
Club.
the Jammy Dodger Club. Yeah. It's so funny because I know some of these stories. I don't know most of them because this is what this podcast is about, telling these stories. But the ones I've heard are absolutely mental. Yeah. Like, I mean, mental. Like, I mean, so mental where if you'd done that in a school nowadays, you'd be in McGabbery.
Oh, for God's sake.
Like, you would be jailed.
What you're talking about now, that's this PR, what, PC World?
PC World. You know, ban a MacBook. Fucking PC World. PC World.
You know what I mean? Like, the PC world we live in now.
Absolutely.
We've all been sacked.
So can you
instantly
give a few examples of some stories from your days in LaSalle's Jammy Dodger Club?
Listen, that would take about 4 podcasts to go through that. But I remember I wasn't long in, and the staff rooms in them days, now the Jammy Dodger Club sort of got invented to get us out of the staff room, because the staff room in those days was like, it was like a black taxi going up the Shankill and a full seat break. You know, you could smoke. So the teachers, honest to God, see the teachers, everybody smoked in the 80s. Everybody smoked.
So everybody's fagging it up in the Jammy Dodger Club.
You walked in to the
like
staff room
a plume
for the 11 o'clock break. It was like Cochise tent during war times. It was
no idea what that means, but it's funny.
Smoke singles. Like all the smoke singles. It was like a black taxi going up the Falls Road or the Shankill Road.
Just to be inclusive.
Just to be inclusive, indeed. But I mean, the black taxi, when people could smoke, and there was people hanging out the windows choking to death. So there was, you know. So the staff room in those days was smoke. And there was 3 teachers in our school smoked a pipe. Now, for anybody, there's rare you see a pipe smoker nowadays, right? But for anybody going back to the 1980s who smoked a pipe, my God, there was St. Bruno, there was Old Halbert, and some of the mixes that they put in the pipe, right? So Mickey Scullen. I'm going to name him, right?
There wasn't
Great
like...
guy. And he's alive. He's alive.
Yeah! Give us a cheer, studio. Yay! Up Mickey Scullen. Unless we totally scudded it and like something's happened to Mickey as we said
don't
that.
say
Like
that.
hopefully
Don't say
not.
that. Don't say
Jesus, Mickey, write to us and let us know you're okay, please. Because
Gentleman.
given
He's a
his
gentleman.
track record, everyone's crooked.
No, Mickey's a gentleman.
Hope you're all right, Mickey.
Mickey smoked the pipe. Right? And here, I'm actually confessing to something here that Mickey doesn't know.
No.
Hopefully Mickey's too old for podcasts, right? So Mickey smoked the pipe.
He's on his roulator.
And it was St. Bruno, and it was stinking. The smell of it was stinking. But he got his wee pipe, and for anybody that's a pipe smoker, right, they lit the pipe and thing down and took a couple of draws, and the smoke came out, right? So the bell goes 11:15. Mickey leaves, and I'm sitting with another teacher, and I go, I smell that pipe turning me. So what we done is we got his pipe.
Did he leave it there?
Yeah, you left your pipe and your cigarette, so you didn't bring him into the classroom because the
First
kid stole them.
mistake. Kid sitting in double geography.
Will you tell you something?
All right,
That was a
miss.
staff room.
What's up, Doc?
What?
Fucking sitting.
That was a staff room. See the back of the bake sheds? There was more smoke coming from the back of the bake sheds from the kids than there was the staff room. So they would have stolen them. So you left them there. So we got the pipe, topped the tobacco out. This is true story. Topped the tobacco out with a tropical fish tank.
Tobacco. Is he not a Star Wars character?
Tobacco, not tobacco.
Right, well, you said tobacco. Anyway, go.
Right, tobacco. We topped the fish food out. Topped the tobacco out of the pipe. I'm in a tropical fish tank in the corner of the stuff.
Fuck.
So I got the fish food, not knowing that there was roe and bits of shit, basically everything in the fish food.
So always shit involved in these two. I'll fucking watch his face. Was he involved in
No,
this?
Neville was dead. by
Neville.
this stage. Right, so I put the fish food into the pipe
Oh,
and then
Jesus.
put the tobacco back in the top, thinking this would be hilarious, right?
Thinking he'd
Which
smoke a fish.
well, it
food.
actually was,
thing.
because at lunchtime we all come in and you have your sandwiches, and then Mickey lifted his pipe to smoke it and lit it with his wee petrol later. He lit the pipe and he took 2 draws, and I'm not kidding you, he threw up on the table, and everybody in the staff room was shocked. And you all right? You all right? And he was groggy. He had to go home. He had to go home. So I was saying to the other teacher involved in it, going, fucking get the pipe in case they do a DNA or something, checking the pipe. Get the pipe in case they clean it out to see what's on it.
That's the principal. What happened to him?
Oh, God, he didn't. We never told him.
He was
You denied
poisoned.
it. You just went, oh.
So
fuck
was
me.
was he poisoned?
Well, he
Yes.
smoked fish food. Smoked fish food. I don't think that would be a pleasant experience, but you don't think about it when you're doing these sort of things.
Oh my God. Right. Before we finish up our first episode, hope you enjoyed it, by the way. If you do want to sponsor us, slide.
It's not over, is it?
What? Near enough. Jesus, we've yattered here for about fucking, I don't know, how many minutes, producer? Oh, good, solid. Oh, Jesus, 25.
25 minutes?
25
That
minutes.
went very quick.
Time flies when Neville's involved. So we're gonna play out 1 or 2 little voice notes that you've. By the way, can I just show the camera? I gave him a job to get a few voice notes. That's what he has.
Yeah.
So obviously we're not going to be able to squeeze.
Now, some of these are X-rated, and some of them are coming from young kids. I look after a wee football team.
Do you know what?
So some of them are coming from young kids. So
Aye,
be very
dead on
careful
that
there.
old one. Dead on. As long as I don't hear Mickey, it's fucking Neville here. I'll go fuck. Right.
Ooh, you shitty.
Oh, Mickey, it's Neville.
It's Neville.
Neville is shit.
Right, here we go. I'm gonna pick now. These aren't named, by the way, so I'm just
I'll
gonna
have to identify the person.
I'm gonna scroll down and pick one at random, and we're gonna go with this one at 15 seconds.
All the very best, Michael and Declan, on your podcast. I'm sure it'll be a real winner, especially if you include old work stories.
Fuck.
In that case, I better be the bombshell hero at the centre of any of them, or you'll be hearing from my solicitor. Good
That was a threat.
No. I'm going to tell you. See the woman who said that?
Who was it, by the way?
You call her Anne Cafola.
Anne Cafola, ladies and gentlemen.
Anne Cafola.
Let's hear for Anne Cafola.
Story about Anne Cafola.
There we go.
Anne Cafola's granda was. This is true.
No,
Darby
let's go.
O'Gill.
Yep.
Her great granda was Darby O'Gill.
Fuck off.
100%, 100% true. lived down the Falls Road. Her great-granddad...
It's always...
Her great-granddad was Darby O'Gill.
Fucking Darby O'Gill was in Raffles on a Saturday and he got the part.
Anne's mother is still alive. Anne's mother's still alive. I think she's 92. I might be doing a woman an injustice.
Fair play.
But she may be 92. So Darby O'Gill was her father.
Serious?
100%.
As in the man from the film?
The man from the film, yeah.
Go ahead. As in the Banshee? Was that him?
No, Darby wasn't the Banshee.
I know he was the Banshee, but he shit himself when he seen the Banshee. So that was
100% true.
Jesus, fair play.
Anne Gafola, a lovely woman. That was in my social work.
I was going to say we should get him on the podcast.
No. Yeah, you make it him and Neville. Would that be on a podcast? Would it be on a seance?
Neville and Neville
And then
and
you've
Shovel.
always a danger of picking somebody up you don't want in a seance. You know what I mean?
Jesus. Right, let's go with another one, and then we'll call it a day. We're going to try and squeeze in as many voice notes in episode. Maybe, I don't know, 2 is going to be our ski trip special because we go to Bulgaria tomorrow, actually.
Tomorrow?
We go tomorrow, yeah. We'll go tomorrow.
Yeah, tomorrow.
So you'll be hearing from all the banter in episode 2 about our trip to Bulgaria. About all I'm going to say is fegs and doot.
Oh, no.
That's all I'm going to say. And it's
You'll have to put a PA.
nothing to do with me.
Parental advisory notice up for that
All
one.
to do with him, by the way. So you'll find out what fegs and doot means in episode 2. So make sure you come back and watch episode 2. See that? We tease for episode 2 because you're going to want it. See, you're going to want this. Yeah, that's right. You're going to want it. Anyway, we'll play another voice note
You
before
talking to?
the camera.
Oh, right, okay.
On camera, I'm always switched on, Michael.
Right, okay.
Right, let's go with... I'm going to pick a... Oh, okay, ladies and gentlemen. Sound like a commentator. Gary Neville. All right. Right, I'm gonna go with this one here. 11 seconds.
Oh, no.
Well, Mickey and Declan, Uncle Mickey here.
And Hannah.
Just wishing you luck on the new podcast. Can't wait to hear it. And Mickey, Hannah always said you're a face for the radio.
Yeah. The audience agreeing with that one.
Did she say Hannah or Antana?
Hannah, I would imagine. Hannah would be the obvious choice there. Do you want one more before we go?
Yeah. See if you can pick a
Right,
decent one
I
out
tell you
there.
what I'll do. Hand the phone to father.
Oh, no, I make a mess of it.
You pick. Well, you're pressing play on a voice note. It's not exactly.
I know, but I'm looking for one that has a bit of, like, 22 seconds. What? How long was the one you just played?
11. Fucking hell.
Michael Wilson,
What's-
DJ in St. Jack. A marvellous mixologist, a fabulous friend, and a deadly DJ. You have it all, Mickey. We adore listening to your tunes, and we're going to continue stalking you wherever and whenever you play.
I'm fucking here, by the way.
From your
Like, just,
belter Barnfield buddies of old, Amor, Dakara, we love you.
you'd swear I wasn't.
Mickey, you often hear of sports people putting their bodies on the line.
See, there you go.
Oh, see that one coming? That one coming. It's dangerous one.
A dangerous one.
That's about sports people putting their bodies in the lane.
Well, listen, what I'll do is then play it, and then you'll find out what this is about in episode 2. So let's see.
Mickey, you often hear of sports people putting their bodies on the line. But what about the story on a prosthetic limb to save a goal?
A prosthetic.
More to
Don't
More to come
don't
next
listen.
time.
We'll get into that next time.
Well, the one before that was Emer, by the way.
Thanks, Emer, for leaving me out. Appreciate it. Thanks for listening and watching. Cheers. Maybe mention me next time. Hope you enjoyed episode 1, ladies and gentlemen. If you want to sponsor us, slide into my DMs. I'll give you a cheap rate. Very good. Very
Dr.
nice.
Martins?
Very good. Very nice. I'll give you a nice cheap rate for the show. Meaning I'll probably fleece you. Thank you very much for watching. Thanks for listening. Did you enjoy yourself?
That was a ball. You see, when you say sponsor, that means somebody can sponsor the podcast.
Yes.
And then we'll mention their name a lot of
Absolutely. We'll plug the life clean out of
plug
them.
their business.
Yes. We'll
Okay,
not mention
okay.
shite or shovels with your business.
No,
But
no.
give us your money. We'll plug the life clean out of you. And we'll see you for episode 2. Have a good one.
All the best. Bye.
Thank you, audience. Thank you. Thanks.